I know for a fact graduates from university, law students, graduate, they actually change their name so they can get a job.
No, I'm not worried at all. I rely on God, Allah.
From what we see, is what the Muslims have to endure in Australian community, it seems like, this is looking from afar, it seems like the society is a little bit more antagonistic. Like in Canada, we do have issues. Like just like in New Zealand, there was the Christchurch massacre. There was the Quebec mosque shooting. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. This happened, a few years ago. And we had, 6 brothers who were killed in that masjid. So, like, we do have, like, Islamophobia. We do have this type of, like, far right, type of rhetoric. But from the outside looking in, it seems that Australia, they even have a little bit more, I would say, of like a harsher attitude towards Muslims. Do we have a correct perspective? Like, how do you feel living there? Do you feel that there is a latent antagonism against Muslims in Australia?
Look, definitely the dominant media outlets in Australia are the right wing media, who usually jump on the bandwagon to anything that is phobic, whether it's the Chinese or whether it's the Muslims, whether it's the African black gangs, which is what back in Victoria, and so they do push that narrative, which is racist narrative at times. That they have that, and yes, there was a time that Muslims, especially from 2000 between 2000 and 2001 after September 11 all the way to about 2016 or 17, it was just every day. Till today, it still exists. I mean, I know for a fact graduates from university, law students, graduate, they actually change their name so they can get a job, because if your name is Muhammad or Abdullah or Khadijah, good luck. Like you're on, probably at times your option is to go to a firm that is run by Muslims or the leaders of Muslims for you to get a chance. I'm not, again, generalizing, because a lot of big firms are now started to, or, they started to change their policies and focus on taking ethnics, including Muslims. We see some of the advertising, like bank advertising, ironically, bank advertising and others, sisters with hijab. So there are a strong movement amongst big corporations to show diversity and to move into diversity. And many clients now, they don't come to you if you're not showing some kind of diversity in the way of your employment. But we're still a long way behind. I can't draw a comparison between Australia and America and Canada, because I haven't lived in these countries. I haven't experienced them. But it is now a little bit better than before, and slowly it's getting better. And Muslims are generally, it's usually also in the chronology of migration in Australia and probably in other countries, that every, for example, if you go back from the time of the Italians, or the Irish copped it very hard in Australia, then the Italians copped it very hard, then the Vietnamese copped it when they came, then come the Arabs in, then the Muslims due to September 11 and the subsequent events. So that is one of for the Muslims, it just, their migration really started from the 80s onwards, so they didn't come at an early time. And they were sort of the latest migrants, so they're the ones to be picked on. And then you get now where the Muslim community, you start to have the second and maybe some third generation. They're all moving from the sort of working class to more academic, educated, and they're taking up positions, which is you start to see the change. and you start to see things change differently with time to come. But my message would be, don't take your foot off the accelerator. Keep going. That's the only way. Once you stop, you're going backwards. Keep going, keep working, keep strategizing, keep doing, and don't let anyone take your rights. Just go and get it legally.
Do I feel that the New York police are providing enough protection, or do I have to have protection of my own? I look for protection from Allah.